over here, because I can't see her. A little more. There you go, right there. That's good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ashley at AGrooms, and it is with a heavy heart that I speak to you today about the events of February the 2nd, 2013. On that day, America lost a true hero, also known as the legend, Navy SEAL Chief Petty Officer Christopher Scott Kyle, also popularly known as the American Sniper, and his best friend, Chad Hudson Littlefield, were murdered in cold blood at a shooting range that Kyle helped design, located in Erath County, Texas. For those of us who actually knew Chris, our hearts were shattered. As a teenager, I two-stepped with Chris on several different occasions prior to his military service when he was attending Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. My husband, on the other hand, had the honor and privilege of serving alongside Chris during his tenure with the Special Operations of the United States Navy. And then the fatal events of February 2nd, 2013, and the trial that followed 2 years later all took place in Erath County, where I was born, raised, and currently reside. This tragic and devastating event shook news feeds at the local, national, and international levels. It was estimated that there were over 7,000 mourners in attendance for Kyle's funeral service that was held at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, and the funeral procession, escorted by Patriot riders and a motorcade, traveled approximately 200 miles, with every mile and bridge lined by patriots from every branch and every era of the military, my husband and I included, as well as first responders and fellow Texans, all showing up in throes with displays of patriotism, unity, and support, and then showing up again 2 years following at the Erath County Courthouse in Stephenville, Texas, for the trial of his murderer, Eddie Ray Ralph. Following Chris's separation from the United States Navy, and due to the moral complexities involved with combat, and like many that return from war, he struggled to adjust back to civilian life. He was shot twice and survived 6 IED explosions during his time in combat. After suffering for some time, Chris was eventually able to find a new mission, a new purpose in life, and established his nonprofit organization, Fitco Cares, where he began working with other veterans, helping his fellow comrades and those suffering from conditions such as combat-related post-traumatic stress disorder, which in turn helped him heal himself. Chris Kyle was an American legend, a true hero who lived and died by his own personal creed, that it is our duty to serve those who serve us. In fact, it was due to this newfound purpose and service to his fellow comrades that Chris became affiliated with his convicted murderer, ex-Marine Corporal Eddie Ray Ralph. Ralph's mother worked where the Kyle children attended school. She reached out to Chris, and he agreed to try and help Ralph, as he seemed to be suffering from symptoms of combat-related post-traumatic stress disorder that would later be revealed as a much more complex issue of Ralph's mental health. His list of military accolades spoke volumes of credibility to the title of hero that Chris more than earned and was not simply given. Chief Petty Officer Chris Kyle was a highly decorated war veteran, having served 4 tours in the Iraq War. He was awarded several commendations for acts of heroism and meritorious services in combat. With 160 confirmed kills, Kyle was awarded 1 Silver Star with Combat Valor, 4 Bronze Stars with Combat Valor, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medals with Combat Valor, 2 Combat Action Ribbons, the Navy Presidential Unit Citation, Joint Meritorious Unit Award, Navy Unit Commendation, Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation, Navy Good Conduct Medal with 2 Service Stars, the National Defense Service Medal, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal with 4 Campaign Stars, Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon with 3 Service Stars, Rifle Marksman Medal, Pistol Marksman Medal, and the United States Navy SEALs insignia. If his numerous awards and decorations do not impress you to truly understand the magnitude of the loss of that day, maybe it will help to know and understand that the real American sniper wasn't just some made-up character in a best-selling book you may have read or movie you may have watched. Although both definitely come close to accurately portraying the real Chris. But more importantly than his military ribbon or title given, Chris has a reputation of being a guardian angel for American troops and saving countless lives of all walks of life that were in danger by the enemy insurgents. The following quote was taken from Chris Kyle's autobiography and in his own words. Quote, "People tell me I have saved hundreds and hundreds of people, but I have to tell you, it's not the people you saved that you remember. It's the ones you couldn't save. Those are the ones you talk about. Those are the faces and situations that stay with you forever." End quote. On January 30th, 2015, Governor Greg Abbott made the following declaration as quoted in the Washington Post. Quote, "By proclaiming today, February 2nd, 2015, as Chris Kyle Day, I recognize, as Chief Petty Officer Kyle would insist, that he is the face of a larger force for freedom that has made this country the bravest, strongest, and freest in the history of the world. Kyle is one of the legions of valiant warriors who made the ultimate commitment to our country. They put their lives on the line for a cause greater than themselves. They faced risks few Americans can comprehend, but all Americans should honor. So many Texans, like Kyle, have served with unmatched honor, bravery, and heroism, and a grateful country is better because of them. And I'm proud to say that my husband is one of them." The following month, on February 24th, 2015, 2 years and 22 days following the heinous act, ex-Marine Corporal Eddie Ray Ralph was found guilty by a jury of his peers of capital murder in the double slaying of Kyle and Littlefield. And later that year, on August 15th, 2015, according to gov.texas.gov, Texas Governor Greg Abbott also posthumously awarded the Texas Legislative Medal of Honor to Chief Petty Officer Chris Kyle, the highest military decoration that can be awarded to a member of the state or federal military forces by the state of Texas. American sniper Chris Kyle will never be forgotten. He wasn't just a legend, he is the legend. A true hero and someone we were honored and blessed to call our friend. The spirit of Chris Kyle will never die as we continue to honor him by following through on his motto, to serve those who serve us. We will not quit, we will never ring the bell, and we will always have your six. Rest easy, Chief. We'll take it from here. Hoorah.